Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Penarski here as we kick off another week. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. We have a lot of news to catch you up on from the past few days, and we begin our show right here in Grand Rapids. The search and recovery efforts to find a person in the Grand River ended Sunday afternoon after no body was found. The Grand Rapids Fire Department spoke with News 8 on this incident. They had been out searching the river and surrounding area since Saturday evening after it was reported that a woman had gone missing out there. The identity of the woman has not been released at this time, and how the woman got into the water is also unclear. Divers were also deployed to the search for the woman to no avail. A cadet with the Battle Creek Police Department had to disarm a 5-year-old child who had a loaded handgun this weekend. It happened on Saturday on Inn Road in Battle Creek. The cadet was serving a subpoena when the child answered the door with a kitchen knife at first. The cadet called for backup and asked the child if there were any adults at the home. The child left and returned back to the front door with a handgun, which the cadet was able to remove. 2 men and a woman were found inside and taken into custody for questioning. 5 children, ages 8 to 6 months, were also found inside. They were picked up by Child Protective Services. The case remains under investigation at this time. And to Kalamazoo now, where authorities have arrested a man in connection to a shooting that happened back in October. The shooting left 2 people injured on Gull Road back on October 26th. One person is still being sought after by the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety. Dominic Motton is wanted in connection to the shooting. This is a photo of him. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact the Kalamazoo Valley Enforcement Team at 269-337-8880. And ICE has announced nearly 1,000 arrests were made nationwide Sunday as the Trump administration announced that it would allow federal immigration agencies to make arrests at churches, hospitals, and even schools. This has led to many parents worrying about sending their students to school. Leaders at Grand Rapids Public Schools are proactively issuing instructions on protocol for faculty to follow in the event of an ICE raid happening in one of their buildings. The largest district in West Michigan sent a letter to highlight the key steps that they should take, including keeping agents from speaking to teachers or students until school officials have been notified. This also comes after President Trump signed an executive order regarding birthright citizenship. That order has been halted by a federal judge for the time being. And switching gears now, something new to check out the next time you're flying out of the Gerald R. Ford International Airport. Bell's Brewery has officially opened a new concourse stop that you can check out. It's called Bell's Taps and Table and will provide guests with some menu items like breakfast burritos and burgers, as well as a selection of their beers like Two Hearted and Oberon when it's in season, of course. It had a ribbon cutting ceremony on Friday to officially open the spot, and you can find it now at the airport over in Concourse B. And today was a mild day for West Michigan when you consider how cold it really was and how snowy things were here just a week ago. Our wonderful storm teammate meteorologist Blake Harms and Ellen Bach actually broke down exactly what we saw over the course of the Arctic blast, and the numbers are really quite shocking. The average temperature from Monday to Wednesday was just over 4 degrees here in Grand Rapids, and that was one of the warmer areas. Kalamazoo saw just over 3 degrees during that same time frame, and the wind chills were even worse. They put areas like Battle Creek and Holland well below zero, more like negative 25 during that stretch. Snow was the other big story during the Arctic blast, and the lakeshore saw anywhere from 18 to 24 inches in that time span. Even here in Grand Rapids, we saw nearly a foot of snow. A full breakdown of those numbers from the Arctic blast can be found right now over on woodtv.com. And speaking of Storm Team 8, let's get you a look at your forecast for today with the help of Matt Kirkwood.
Okay, hang on your hats. Today we have a windy day that's heading our way. Overall, relatively dry, although you can see the snow up to the north. That's going to sink to the south, and we'll end the day with a chance of snow from north to south. In terms of that wind, some gusts over 45 miles an hour, up around 45 miles an hour. From 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., we have a high wind advisory out there. What we're tracking, kind of a windy next couple of days, actually several days, looking at clippers kind of moving through the Great Lakes, and they're usually moisture starved, but overall we have a milder week ahead of us with not much snow. I'm taking a look at the 8-day forecast. We'll likely see some late snow later on develop, and that will take us through the overnight. Inch or less in most locations, maybe an isolated 2 to 3 well north of Grand Rapids, Big Rapids, Reed City. But as we swing through the 8-day forecast, another chance of snow on Tuesday, mainly north of Grand Rapids, few leftover flurries on Wednesday. The one thing that really sticks out, though, is how much warmer we are compared to last week.
All right, thanks, Matt. And Sunday marked a big day for the state of Michigan. It was 188 years ago that the Mitten State was officially granted statehood. That's the topic of digital reporter Matt Jarowski's latest Sunday story. He dives into how the state was welcomed into the United States as its 26th member, from being considered the Wild West to being under British occupation for a while. It is a fascinating story that you can find right now over on woodtv.com. Just wanted to wish a happy belated birthday out to Michigan as well. And that is going to do it for us today on the Daily 8, but we will of course be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories that you need to know. I do want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.